Hello everybody and welcome to another wonderful day of Friday Night Fight. Today we're here at Server 1 EU. I'm Nerdy Hydra. I am casting with the lovely Captain Basebeard. It's gonna be a fun day. Yeah, looks like we've got two sides here. It looks like the independent forces are gonna be putting up a defense here against the blue force side. Look at the map. I'm not actually sure what map this is. Anyway,
I think my mic just gave out underneath me. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
Oh, perfect. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, looks like it's another wonderful day.
This is oh, they haven't included in the brief.
Yeah, whoops. Oh well.
Classic Kajari, getting some nice Vietnam vibes from how the DLC just released.
Yeah, that's right. The Burning Fire, right? Or Burning Prairie.
Prairie Fire.
Prairie Fire, that's what it is.
Burning Prairie.
Burning Prairie.
It's like the free version you could find.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the knockoff. Alright, yeah, lovely. So what we got here looks like...
We've got a Huey on blue for. They've got some armored, the new RHS Humvees, the one with the gun nest and the side skirts to stand on. That's going to be some interesting stuff right there.
Ooh.
Along with the new trucks as well that are not fully open back, but they've got the cage. That's quite nice to see some new RHS stuff being used here. Jumping over to Independent, what do they have? They're set up in some kind of fob. They seem to just have the old vanilla trucks that fit about, I think it's about 12 people, 2 drivers, 8 people in the back, 4 each side. I could be wrong. I think it might be an extra 16 with 2 guns as well. I can't remember how thick a player is, so. But it's definitely enough to carry a squad. And they've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They don't have any other transport vehicles around. They do have a howitzer piece, but that's destroy objective mark, so that's not usable, unfortunately. But
oh, that'd be great if that was a usable objective piece.
Cave system they've got going on, if you can see, with the concrete barricades. Usually they're just a normal IDF shelter, which is just one, but they've layered them, so it's like a corridor. So they have to jump over the trench, or you have to go through like a murder hole. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it looks like you got a bit of a hard defense here, and otherwise very open area. It looks like the backside isn't quite as covered, but they do got a fort watching the hill over there, and they do have good lines of sight around this entire objective overall, and plenty of hard cover to stay with all the Heskos around as well. So that does get them somewhere to base out of and hold the decent defense from. For their second objective, that looks like they defend more to the north. We're looking at actually, oh, this is very interesting. Looks like they have to defend some sort of radio tower shack. Their inside is I suppose it would be, looks like an arsenal of weapons.
FIA ammo cache there, I believe this is.
Yeah, so we got a bit of a peninsula, islandy type of situation happening here. So this is going to be it's going to be difficult to defend, one, because none of these shacks really provide any hard cover at all. They're all if somebody has a heavy machine gun, they can easily shoot on through. So those Humvees on the blue force side can certainly go through, and well, probably any of the rifles, honestly. But it does provide concealment. Not a lot of hard cover, but it does also make it hard for attackers to go through this entire open area that has very little land.
There's only 3 ways onto this small little island. One that connects from the mainland, and then these 2 little outcrops you see, where it gets quite thin in the water. Those are the only ways you can walk across, and even then that's risky in getting put in a swimming animation. The rest is all way too deep for you to just be walking through and firing. So you are a sitting duck if you don't take the safe way in. That's definitely going to be an interesting place to be the last standing for Independent if it comes down to it.
I can see potential engineers looking at the choke points as demo trap points here.
That's going to be brutal. Yeah. Especially with the new mines we've got as well, the anti-personnel ones. I can see them easily just rigging up loads of trip mines instead of that, as to be automated from itself then.
Yeah, okay, this could be very interesting at the second point. They both look like they have distinctive advantages and disadvantages for the defenders on this map, so I'm curious. I'm excited to see how that turns out.
I've got to say, on paper, this is actually looking fairly balanced. I'd maybe say one less M2 Humvee because those things are going to kill everything.
Yeah,
But
especially
with the
with
amount of guns on them.
Yeah, you don't have any equivalent on the other side. I didn't even see any stacks they could potentially use against those.
Just got the AT, but then again, it's not bulletproof glass. It only stops 5.56, so 7.62 is going to punch a hole in that.
Well, let's look at their weapons. Do they have 7.62? I believe usually you have a 5.45.
AKUs, I think, in independent.
Yeah, these look like actually those might be 47s. Those might be 7.62 AKs on the independent side.
It is.
Yeah.
There's an AKMs. It's not the usual AKs that the Op4 use.
Yeah, no, those look. Am I wrong? I believe those are the 7.62 calibers.
Yeah, it should be. If it's not an AK-74U, I think, or the base game one, the AK-15.
Okay, well, that gives them an advantage against those Humvees then. No, very nice. Yeah, okay.
Let's take a look at who is in command. Corporal Valenti in command with Bedekovic. Had in as X3 team lead. Sanquoto also from ML as the marksman. So them two are definitely a good duo. We have also got Merriman in Bravo. Who else we got here? Got the first RF making up Charlie 2. And we have a mixture of Staff and Centaur making up Alpha 1 with Arcor, Wheaton, Banana from ML, and Foxtrotter. So it's a ragtag blue for that. I'm not seeing any dominant groups like usual. However, we do see an independent 4IB making up the bulk of a section here. That being Alpha 2 with Guy Fieri, King, Flux, Michael Novix, Tom, Kikir, and Armor Jesus making up Charlie 2, which is CPSC. Without Scandy Recon being on the server, they're definitely going to be a high threat to everyone else that's alive. Yeah, the rest seem to just be FK and I believe a mixture of Centaur and some other groups that are appearing in smaller numbers.
Well, you also have in Bravo 2, noticing there's also a really good group as well. I forget their name. The one with Ash, Just Eyes, Tackleberry. They can be very good as well.
Yeah. That's Zeus. Zeus Spartans, I believe they're called now.
Okay. Yeah, no, those guys appear to be very effective from previous Friday Night Fights, so I'm seeing pretty decent presence on Independent for players that we've seen perform well.
There is definitely a skill gap present for Independent. Independent definitely have the advantage. They got a very few what's the word? MVP,
what is that?
Players, testers.
There's something going off the Independent base. I won the front. There's like is that like a flare trap?
I think so. I think he just set up his own flare trap.
Oh, okay, interesting. So Independent had that to use to potentially indicate any approaching it forces if they set those up right.
Now he set it up.
Yeah. Well, there's only one? Oh, shoot.
I think people need to realize that tripwires typically go off whenever someone touches it. It's not side turned on, if that makes sense. It's like AT mines will blow up friendly tanks.
Mm-hmm. And they do not discriminate, huh?
Explosive. The only thing you can do is tell it when to go off at times with the clacker.
Mm-hmm.
And even then it's going to annoy you sometimes if it's a multi-trigger ordnance.
That's a absolute shame that they just lost that resource there on that side.
I think they get 4. They get 4 flare traps. So it's not like a huge problem, but it does mean one entrance is going to be left unscathed. I believe they've set one up at the entrance to the howitzer. Yeah, the little intersection they've got at the concrete barriers. I think they've set one up in there.
You know, actually, those could pair very well together if you have an engineer watching a flare trap and looking out for that, and a satchel charge. It could tell you exactly when to set those things off.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen them used. This is the first time they've been added, so we're definitely going to see some either creative moves or some room for creative moves to be made in the future. Mm-hmm. This is going to be much a learning experience for the players, companies, and us ourselves as well, watching these guys play around with them.
Oh, looks like these two sides are getting their defensive set up. You got a few squads split between the points. Few at the first one at the south, a few squads at the upper one as they look to set up their defense for this mission. Looks like they're looking at how they're assessing the situation, seeing how they can best defend here, as they just kind of approach the. And they start constructing actually a few Esco barriers. I'm seeing some of that at the northern side as well. A couple of those coming up and gain them some hard cover, unlike the just the concealment that the houses offer. It'd be interesting if there's any amphibious vehicles, but that's certainly not the case this time. There is the Huey. I suppose that could bypass the water on the upper point.
I mean, we've seen some hot landings in the past.
It'd be very risky. But yeah, this Huey's looking like it could be used creatively if you get a right pincer attack, and then maybe perhaps drop behind the fob, or where it doesn't have a good line of sight. Give you the best possible attack vector. And there's a good amount of M2 Humvees for base of fire support.
Ah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's go quickly.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, so actually those are both M2 and M240 Humvees. They got both.
Yeah, they got the ray gun packed on the side there. That's definitely gonna be an asset to them.
So if you run out of one bullet, you can switch to the other bullet.
I ran out of the big bullet. Switch to the smaller bullet. The forest a bit faster. Yeah, I want to see how many people they can fit on the side. Oh yeah, we've already got one.
Oh yeah, they're using the
Dingoes
yeah,
on
these
the
must be
side.
new because I've only just started seeing these too. Oh, and it has a third gun as well in the back. I didn't even notice that.
It is an absolute nightmare to deal with. It's like broadside attack. I want to say, like, you know, if you swing it so it's aiming, the guns aiming to the right. You've
Mhm.
now got 4 weapons facing that way, and that's the 2 guys in the back, the nest, and also its optional gun as well. Let alone
Wow.
the guy in the back seat can roll down the window and shoot out of it.
And they're semi-concealed or semi-in cover as well. Yeah, wow.
Decent distance away, moving target. That's gonna be a threat because anyone who's gonna fire back at you. First of all, you've got the cover of the Humvee doors and the armor it provides, and then you've got a big fucking gun to fire back at them with. So it's definitely your gun goes pew pew, my gun goes
Bang bang, yeah.
bang bang. It can rip open the door you're covering behind. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a big threat to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna quickly grab a drink of water, otherwise I'm gonna be dead by the end of this round.
Sounds good. Looks like they're all lining up, getting ready to go here. X-Ray find themselves inside of the recon vehicle, as is, I suppose, expected. Like the little caps they got on, they're not even. You got the one boonie cap, otherwise everyone's got the little, what would you call those, like baseball caps? Esque style. I'm not a very military. I don't know the very specific things of some of these things. The most I know about is naval stuff because I play way too much warships. But yeah, a ton of little boys hanging on. It looks like the helicopter's all loaded as well. It has some what appears to be M240s mounted to the side of it as well. Yeah, I believe those are M240 Bravos as well. So those are, at least you can use those as a little bit of CAS. Maybe not effectively. We've rarely seen CAS like that be extremely effective in Friday Night Fight, especially since, well, once you get more effective things like grenade launchers, they just tend to be terribly overpowered. Now that I think about it, I'm going to look over to the other side, the Independence again. We're going to look over at their equipment here. We know they have AK-47s, but what types of launchers do they have? I doubt they have Stingers, but you never know. There's always the chance. Oh, they do actually have statics as well. What are those optics? This is Vietnam era. What are you doing with a red dot sight there on your M2? Yeah, I'm not at this time seeing terribly many, ooh, that M2 fell down over there. Anything too obviously indicating stingers or the like, so I think it's just single-use tubes as far as I'm aware. Probably just PKP, PKMs for your heavy weapons. There is actually, that is a Carl G-esque equivalent. I'm not sure which launcher that is exactly. That actually might be the Carl G. But here you can see these two soldiers, Flux, Guy Fieri, doing their mating dance as they try to attract each other as mates here. The one in the white cap, trying to show itself as a proper mate that it can build a nest for Flux, who is currently standing on top of the Hesco. That nest would be very important for Flux to stay alive if they want to stay on top of that Hesco. Flux is still trying to attract Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri not looking like they're very interested anymore. Flux, unfortunately, does not get the mate. It is alone for now. And proceeds to look for another position, another mate, as it tries to survive throughout the winter.
Have I come back to the History Channel with Kilbo?
Yes, we have. We just had a little bit where we had a mating dance happening between two people.
Oh yeah.
Successful? No, unfortunately, Guy Fieri was not interested in settling down with Flux.
Poor Flux. Friends, but not bone bros. Apparently.
Yep.
It's been another lonely mating season.
Yeah.
For Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri's the one's like, no, this isn't a good position. We can't stay here, and abandoned the attempt at mating.
Whereabouts are they?
Oh, they're there by the big outside.
By the fort? Nice.
Yeah, by the fort. Yeah, it looks like they're manning the positions quite well.
It's gonna be hard to pull out from the truck being in a weird position. But yeah, we are off. Blue 4 leading the convoy charge here by Hallison in that truck. Surprisingly, not by the M2 leading the charge. I think they bring up the rear.
Looks like oh yeah, round 1 of Eve of Friday Night Fight started. I didn't even notice. Well, hello, Eve Friday Night Fight round 1 off right now as they start convoying down. I'm just gonna call this convoy as they travel on in.
So looking at this this point, they got a split mark. They can probably head off to the right and loop around the main road and just stick to it. But we are going to see FK collide with the Blue 4 column here if they're not careful.
Oh, would that be Recon?
There's Resurge, Riccardi, and Gloppenboppen just sliding off the road from them. Alpha is gonna see them if they're alert. We see Bravo 1 and Alpha splitting off. Never mind, it's the wrong turn. Stuff happens sometimes. I think
it does.
X-Ray's gonna try and get some cheeky shots off of them if they can.
Yeah, I wonder if they're in audible range, if they can hear the trucks at all.
Oh, you can definitely hear from there. You can hear a rumbling.
I definitely keep my sounds very low, so I don't know if I would be able to hear them. I should probably turn out my game sounds actually now that they mention it. Yeah, Recon very close by to the trucks. Probably able to say, oh, they're kind of coming through this area, being able to point that out. They're just seeing what road. They're looking at the most immediate road. They're not seeing anything going down there, but they're probably still hearing them, so they probably make a determination they might be going the other way on the fork.
I'm listening to the Vietnam soundtrack that came with the DLC.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put on.
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So as we are seeing from the queue, the Hughes has dropped off some people to the north here. Now it's just chilling in the north. It's dropped off Blue 4 X-Ray that seems to be going to be attacking from the northern side of that objective. X-Ray now is able to see Charlie's movement.
Oh yeah. It looks like a Huey. Let them go out. I kind of like what you were talking about the other day with I think X-Ray is just generally more effective as a supporting element and a support by Firebase than going off on their own. Or perhaps maybe they can go and recon, but once they go and recon, they should pull back and join the main forces.
I never liked the fact that a marksman team was given the nickname Recon, because all it said was put me behind enemy lines, and then people get angry at you in the briefing when you don't do that. But it's like you're a recon team, but you're also a marksman. You're a recon secondary to what you have. It's like you can't be a UAV operator with no UAV and be expected just to sit back at base with the laptop. Like, that's not how it works. I can use you and whatever you have on your person for whatever purpose suits me best. You're a small man team that I can deploy as a recon team, or you're a long range effective You know, you have a 7x scope, you can fire to 1,100 meters accurately. You can just plink heads while my team pushes up. Like that's, I've never understood the appeal, just to put them far away from other teams unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah, if you got a lot, you know, a big old push going on, you definitely need that rifle to help keep heads down or donk some heads while your guys are pushing up. I know several situations I've seen Friday Night Fight where that have been extremely useful to have.
If they drop them off near maybe Hill 30 or Hill 21 in clearing, just literally just across the way from them, then that'd have been so much more effective. Because sure, they haven't got the support of a huge infantry team, but the moment Blue 4 make their move on the northern side, having a marksman on the south just to start plinking heads that pop up, that's going to be a real pain in the ass for Independent. But instead, what we're seeing is them being deployed really far away, but they're not going to be effective at all until either Blue 4 has already begun their assault or onto the second objective only. Like what Independent X-Ray is doing is pretty smart. They've done their recon. They've seen where Blue 4 is coming from. They're already redeploying. They're already heading back towards the chasing.
Yeah, they're definitely playing their role as recon a lot better.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who would just open fire on the Blue 4 team that was just sat there, and what that's going to do is get you spotted, take a couple minutes out of Blue 4's time, cost them 2 deaths, and then they're going to kill you. So it's definitely smart just to wait, listen, watch, and then wait for the opportune moment.
Yeah, if, recon in the right place at the right time, like on the flank of an enemy while they're trying to do a big push, can do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
A lot of damage.
I think Independent has made a large blunder here.
Oh? What do you think they've done?
To the west of them is high ground with no back-facing fortifications.
Yeah, I thought the fortifications were actually facing west here. Oh, only partly. Only partly.
We've only got some cover, so that means, especially on the top of that hill, any kind of sustained fire on their defense position is going to be a real pain. Considering the entire Blue 4 platoon is coming from the west there, I think they have more than enough sustained firepower at hand. So, I think it's going to be their heads down.
So the only things they got to defend their west side is the one big fortification, which has partial line of sight issues unless they somehow take down that tree. Can you?
X-ray is going to be going past.
Oh, a tube goes out from Flux towards the Alpha 1. And that is one M2 Humvee being fired on right now with the dingo in it.
Ooh.
It starts backing out of there.
Dingo jumping off early, smart man.
Yeah, they're backing up. They're backing up as they got spotted.
It's weird though. X-ray's coming up. That's definitely going to be some lucrative shots there from them if they can get in position in time.
Yeah. Yep. We now have an engagement. It looks like Independence is now well aware of the direction of attack at this time.
This is where the marksman team would have come in real handy. If you have to shoot through the slits in the that bunker.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The positions, because they're now all facing the other way, to the north, to the west, sorry, in the northwest. Instead of to the southeast, you could just sit in the tree line, just start blinking heads. Huey is giving some sustained fire there.
Yeah, it does have some M240 on it. That being said, we've never really terribly seen how it got to be incredibly effective as CAS, but it does have a chance to keep heads down and suppress enemies.
Yeah, it's more like a ground suppression device. You know, there's a Huey here. We're probably not going to hit you, but are you willing to take those odds?
Yeah. There is one time I've seen CAS be effective, but in that time it was like a rotary gun.
Oh, first uncon, King going unconscious there.
Yeah, actually that is a soft top to this bunker here. The Huey could keep that bunker down if it's decided to fire at it. I don't think they actually realize that.
Yeah, I think that gun can penetrate. It's a M240 Bravo, I think, on the Huey.
Yeah, it's just netting on top and a floor paneling for the floor, so it could probably even go through floors here. Guy Fieri taking King to the back to get him patched up. Guy Fieri is the medic.
What kind of thing? Yeah, that's the MT40, I think, yeah. I don't know if it's the Bravo or not, because they changed the caliber on it and the barrel length, but
And we are actually going to see...
Fire on Alpha.
Oh, it looks like at the meantime though, if you look at Blue Force... If you look at Blue Force attack on the other end, they are also on attacking from multiple angles and getting these defenders in a big crossfire right now too.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've got a big concern though, because Blue 4 can't push from that southeastern attack. That's an open field. That'd be suicide. They're relying on this western push to be able to do as much damage and get as close as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Charlie 2 is going to have to mostly be support by fire, trying to get him from multiple angles.
Yeah, the southeastern side definitely has the firepower advantage with the Humvees. Rockets coming in.
Oh yeah, look at that. That was a big explosion.
Ooh,
That actually does.
number in it.
Yeah. It looks like that engine is now dead on that Humvee.
They're now down to 2 Humvees. That was an excellent rocket there from, I believe, that was from this bunker.
Not quite sure who sent it off, but it was a good support by fire Humvee that's now down for the count.
Works for the Koji, I think that was. Tom, Kakir have gone down in the small bunker there. I mean, the first blood of this has been drawn by someone in Bravo. I can't find out who. There's too many people. We've got a really nice gun line being set up here by Merry Men and some of the Sentinel players here.
Yeah, Tom, Cake here, both currently KIA, as well as Angus as well. This is going to be interesting. So there's definitely an attacker advantage here, not only because the attackers have a number advantage.
Look what X-Ray are doing. Look what Independent X-Ray are doing to their vehicles. They're moving all the wheels and hiding them.
Oh my god, that is actually really brilliant. That is a neat move.
The question is though, are they really gonna take the truck? Are you really going to go back to your trucks when it's walking distance? I mean, it's literally like, what, 500 meters to be able to see the next objective from that one? So I don't know, but it does mean it's going to slow down their redeployments if they want to make any to the north. That's pretty smart. But again, if they don't move those tires even further, it's only going to take them about 30 seconds, which isn't not too much of a problem. Unless X-Ray is setting a trap, that's a whole different story.
Parminty taken unconscious. Some good shots coming on in. And it's, yeah, looking at the howitzer point, there's a couple of independent there, and they are very, very pinned down, even a couple KIA that are sitting around there. Yeah, taking a few shots. Shark over there trying to line up a rocket launch. One of his allies right next to him does go down.
Independent. Oh, they're just getting slaughtered on here.
Yeah, so we have
Angus, Tom, Kakir having all gone down, losing 4 people to Blue 4 having lost none, I think. If Blue 4 is still 100%, currently this is a perfect textbook attack. Support by fire from a higher elevated position into a smaller one. Get the attackers, get the defenders there on their rear where they haven't got too much defenses and start picking them off. They've already brought down that FOBs.
Currently, I'm looking through the Blue 4 list. The only KIA that I see is the Dingo. The Dingo 200. Oh, and now Corporal Wheaton, the only 2 that are dead. So this is a really, really good attack. So we have to consider the Blue 4 advantages here. 1, they have attacker advantage. They just have more people, because that's the advantage that they're given as attackers. And 2, the independents split up into about 2 equal forces. So they're only taking about half of independent with a larger superior force. That is big advantage in terms of number that you're just going to naturally have.
We do have a small problem on Blue 4's very quick horizon. X-Ray is coming from the rear, and we also do see a small Delta 2 detachment of Independent coming in from their rear as well. This could be looking pretty bad if we get caught on the low ground now as they move between the objective and their high ground position, because they are slowly advancing. This will turn to a slaughter if that is not fought off properly.
Yeah, so I'll certainly throw chaos into the plans, if nothing else.
X-Ray haven't taken up Blue 4's old position with a marksman position looking straight over at Supremo, Hallison, Spades, and Skywalker.
Oh yeah, they just started opening up. Blue 4 sent scrambling as they respond to this attack. Oh! Someone just got donged.
Yeah, he stood up in front of a marksman and an MMG fire.
Resurge.
They're definitely gonna be confused.
Yeah, Resurge just got taken down there. Is that the marksman? I can't tell. Or is that just the leader?
Ricardi is the marksman. Resurge was the squad lead.
Okay.
Down. That's pretty big for them there, because they can't report their position too well anymore. And now they're getting pinned down by the AAR.
Yeah, they might have to call a tactical retreat here.
I don't know if they can. They seem pretty pinned down. Blue 4 not slowing down the advance with Sky, Ghoster, and Bazooka there. Freddy leading the charge.
Cardi has looked like they've downed 2 players here. Goblin, Hidden Stan, both unconscious.
Yeah, haven't got 2 kills. That's impressive. He's got Skywalker and his friend.
Yeah, doing effective from this position, definitely. Very nice. 3 kills as well as those 2 unconscious.
Independence Delta 2 section now is going to be coming up on the side there, hitting Sand Goblin being unconscious. That's going to be put them on the back foot there. Can they be seen though by Blue 4 in time? Otherwise, this is going to be catastrophe for them. Supreme and Hallison are going to be caught out, being seen by Lusode.
Yeah, this KRF type of strategy seems to be working generally pretty well for them. But it's Independent holding on by a thread at the base, so these people need to be incredibly effective. Oh, it looks like Independent are firing upon Independent.
Supreme turn around, it's crossfire. It's crossfire.
Resurge taken out by his buddy, the marksman for Independent. Unfortunately shot by friendly fire.
Independent have just made this so much more easy for Blue 4 now. Having taken out their own X-ray team and Blue 4 being aware of their position, Blue 4 has the option of they either move on, take the objective and move out, and regroup with their Charlie team, or they see if they can sweep out this Independent team. But Independent seem to be falling back, having got on their kills. Unfortunately, 2 of them being friendly. Bring up the best part of it. Ghost now making his way up to the bunker, crawling, bleeding, getting shot. Nothing's gonna stop him from reaching his bunker though. I think is it the engineer?
What an amazing crawl over here. I don't see the engineer symbol on them. It looks like just a squad lead symbol.
He hasn't got the squad lead backpack. I think he might be.
That'd actually be very...
No, he's got a...
Yeah, if they could get close with a demo charge, a holy hand grenade, they could throw that over, probably take down the whole fortification.
So Gloppin is now repositioned really close to Blue Force, standing inside a bush, taking shots at Logan. Having taken out the M2 Humvee. Logan!
Oh, Logan turns around.
The dumbest fire ever.
Wow.
That was 2 mag dumps that did nothing. Gloppin now seriously inching up to some medical. Lucky he's the medic. Private Adwan is literally 5 meters away from him. Does he see it though? No, he's getting on the M2. Gloppin. Seeing Sky. Sky is going to be wiped out by this M2 in a second if he doesn't stop it.
Oh, that is very dangerous. Oh, Sky taking that.
Adwan, you got to see that M2 is not friendly. Adwan.
Oh, Adwan does not see that. But is in a good position, a good cover position anyway. Oh, Glopin taking a hit from a friendly RPG.
Dying as well.
Yeah. This is Delta 2 squad has been very effective at killing their own recon.
The old classic double agent trick has been working pretty well. Thankfully, we missed those Blue 4 Independent.
Yeah, Blue 4 over here. Captain Valenti, the captain, saying, "Hey, Delta 2, check your bank accounts. You might find something in there that you like."
Yeah, got a little bonus in there for you.
Oh, and see Flood taking a ton of fire coming out from the independent forces. It looks very wounded.
Leaving himself a nice little calling card of blood.
Yeah, this is Delta 2, and now it does have a high ground advantage against this Blue 4 in this valley here. And they are looking to be pinned down. Offended now, going to take a lot of shots.
Picked off from a burst by Offended and Flood. Mike also having to retreat there from being bled out. Luso getting picked off. It is now just Levi and Mike up. Mike being heavily injured, getting crossfired from Private Adwan, having turned around. No longer having to worry about the M2 that Delta 2 killed for him. Viking Arc now.
Oh, still taking a few shots. Man, I don't know how Flood is still alive. I've seen Flood take like 5 shots in the last minute.
up in the north, we are seeing X-Ray engage with the independent position. That marksman rifle is definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
What's the word? Saving grace.
Yeah, now that's only one squad, the marksman rifle can do potentially good damage if they keep the hit range out pretty
I
far.
feel like that's a waste. If they'd attack the south, the southern objective, and attack the main fortifications, like that would have been so much more effective.
Yeah. And against these ARs, it's going to be tough if they're spotted.
They have been spotted, and they're pretty in open space as well. Having only a few trees for cover, that's definitely not the position you want to be in. Attacking from the far north would have been a lot better. Having water distance, but a lot of tree cover. They're definitely in the best position from over here. Paladin's slowly making his way out, bleeding medical supplies as he goes. Luckily, Senquoto and his friend Bond at the back there are quite safe.
The helicopter coming in for some strafing runs on that position. It does once again keep their heads down. It's landing all around, but yeah, those bullets just have a tough time actually trying to hit anything.
Blue 4 trying to rushing the open area with the empty Humvee, taking so many rounds as he does, but doing some damage, getting all eyes on me. That's impressive. Luckily the gun hasn't been shot out yet. That's a miracle.
Ooh. I did see the gunner take a little bit of bullets there. A little bit of a red cloud comes on out.
I think they're gonna make a rush for the objective.
Oh, if nothing else, they are being a very good distraction at this time. Independent does a good job of holding out the attack, or at least delaying it for the time being. That's a lot of...
definitely shriveled up the attack force size.
Yeah, that's impressive for handling so much forces from a really good position. Yeah, look at that on V though. Oh, I think all the occupants just suddenly shot out. Oh, 762 Brown's coming in handy.
Ooh, yeah. I think that's everyone in the... Amaranth and Jonathan are still inside it. They've only lost...
Nope. Was that an incendiary grenade?
I think so. I didn't see it too well, but yeah.
Oh, that's some effective fire coming down on the Humvee.
We've got 5 people by the main gate. They can get in.
Yeah, another rush here. They might be out of position to handle this. And that is infantry coming on down.
Looking for a second go with the Vika. Quickly go down Omega, nothing can stop him. Blitzing his way through, taking no injuries, picking up 2 kills there. No one having died in the rush as well. They seem to have saved everyone. They do have a tentacle though parked behind that bush by 4BJ Stark, knocking out Monton. But Omega and C Marker are getting in quite close. Even nothing but 4B Dryden to lead the defensive by the howitzer. That's definitely going to be a problem for them.
Yeah, it seems like they're now aware of this attack, so the Blue 4 is a little bit pinned down here from a few different angles. From Flux, Stark, both taking good shots here. A lot of effective hits as well. Omega now the only unconscious person on this attack left.
Yeah, they've definitely been picked off. Blue 4 being too slow to maneuver their Arc Max and Offender team. I think this might be it for Blue 4.
Yeah.
Unless unless Omega can do something here.
Omega does have possibilities. Omega's currently, you're in the middle of the enemy right now. You can't be healing unless you're trying to heal yourself. Wow, really good gun-to-gun fight right there. Comes out on top.
Picking up Dryden as well for a 3rd kill. Omega, no, he's taking a scratch. Using his medical and Jonathan though, Stark sees him, but I think Omega is wisened up, having rushed through. Jonathan waking back up, Omega going down. Jonathan being back up though, has heard those shots.
Jonathan runs, doesn't know about the danger behind him, and Stark.
Hotel doing a low flyby for the M2 to get some suppressive fire there. RMGs and Flux are holding down the 4 to the southwest side, having not been broken on their position.
The Huey doesn't have a rotor anymore.
No.
That pilot is the only one left alive in there too.
That's bad news, Bears, Lord Dust. That's bad news, Bears.
One single lonely tree protecting it. Oh no!
Never gonna fly again. That's just insult to injury.
That's not just...
Bird.
It's not just broken wings there, you just got absolutely detonated as well in the meantime. Oh!
X-Ray Paladin having taken no casualties to the command, moving in from the northwest. That could definitely be an asset if they can keep all eyes on them. One charge that takes that objective. Blue 4 now, I don't know if they can make anything happen. Amaranth still being up in the truck, by the way.
What happened to the Blue 4 X-Ray? Oh, they're still alive. They're still running around, actually.
Amaranth is still conscious in the back seat, doing medical on himself, I think. But no one knows.
This is... Ooh. Okay, they're double tapping out the Blue 4. That was a very, very good defense from Independent. Able to turn that around with a really good flank on the backside. Redeploy really coming in clutch. It did, unfortunately, cost their recon team in friendly fire, but otherwise it pinned them down.
And it's still an M2. That's gone but not forgotten. Fred is going to get wiped out by command here on Blue 4, I think. Him just being... Yeah, he's Delta 2's like spotter who left behind to watch the flank. Command is going to be creeping up on him though, but Fluency, Norris and Ballot going to be looking for their kill on him, it seems like, if they can spot him. Merry Men seemingly pulling away to the north. What's left of them anyway? That'd be Max and Flood. Abandoning the southern objective, I think what they're going to try and do is take the northern one and then take the majority of players they have from there and head south again.
Catacap, unfortunately,
I would
we're
honestly have kept sustained attack on the south.
not allowed to give out passwords here.
Only having 3 people left to defend.
So you'll have to ask the admin or be in the op room when it's when they're giving out the password there. All right, so assessing Independent real quick. He's still got one very good defensive position up on that peninsula. It's gonna be hard for Command to break through that, but with X-Ray they could potentially do it. Keep their heads down at least enough. Tackleberry set up on the roof actually.
It might be over for Blue 4 if I'm honest, looking at the numbers. They're about 50-50 with the attack as well. I think it's going to be over for Blue 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Unless they can make something magical happen.
Yeah, about even numbers. It's going to be very, very difficult terrain to get over as well for Blue 4. They're going to have to consolidate all forces and make something happen, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's like probably the best thing.
Command creeping up now. Fred, I don't think he hears them. Oh, he does. He hears and sees them, I think. Not sure how. Did they like bad frag?
Not so sure, but yeah, that Fred is definitely not going to be spotted here. That's some very good cover, some very good foliage covering them. Yeah, so they'll go back into the option between rounds, and you'll be able to get the password there.
It's maybe just trying to get their attention from Command. Gazag returning. Dustar is getting knocked out by that grenade there from the underslung. Impressive shot there from Command.
Yeah, really good job. Ooh, that is actually getting very close.
Ballot overrun across the open water with smokes.
Tackleberry and Misu, both machine gunners, firing upon the X-Ray squad.
Yeah, those underslungs doing work. Those are the 5-meter kill radius.
Yeah.
Inside them getting hit by shrapnel. Tackleberry taking a round in the leg there, I think, from that shrapnel. Dustar is not looking like he's going to be waking up with too many. Oh no.
Oh, platoon's in the open though. They gotta keep up the smokes and the frags while they cross here. Hopefully they're not going to get shot. Oh, really good shot. Tackleberry's down from the roof.
That's definitely. This might be something magical. I said they might be making something happen. Dustar being dead now. Tackleberry being dead.
Yeah, look at this. They got support by fire. They got advancing. Both of it working to make this push happen.
Valenti managed to get away in time. Bedekovic now is moving to this new contact they found, taking out Valenti. Fred has picked up his first kill. Him with the Levi being backed up is going to be a 2v1 on this side. Satchel charge going out. Bedekovic, you're running towards the satchel charge. No.
Oh, this could be very nasty.
Got it getting away in time.
Not close enough.
Ballot now all the way up on the defense's walls, looking for some CQC action.
That really shuts it down.
Run.
Yeah, Ballot does make it all the way up. That is, honestly, I wasn't quite so sure that was going to happen, especially with a couple eyes looking, but they shut down the machine gunners that were on the roof, and with grenades, they really pounded this position to submission. I mean, Ash is currently trying to medical from all the shrapnel that they took.
Sanquota having a filthy angle on the door there, if you look at his first person. He can see right through. I think he's doing ranging for Bond. Bond is going to take a shot now, I think, any second.
Ballot takes out Ash. It's going to be advancing for some more. Gamers does see Ballot, though. They know they're in close quarters.
Paladin, that's your own man. Paladin.
Ballot taken out by Gamers.
Paladin, you've got to realize that's a friendly man. I think he's raided to him.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, I've got contacts from the northeast. Wait, you're to the northeast.
Wait, hold on, stop.
Hang on a minute, I'm wearing blue.
Friendly fire, blue on blue.
Bedekovic, he's kind of stuffed here. Levi and Fred closing the pincer on him.
Bedekovic with
he can do.
a -1 score.
Bravo 1 coming from the south there supporting them.
Yeah, Bravo 1 finally makes it.
Ooh.
Fred takes out Bedekovic, comes in from behind, ends his career.
Lucky Blakovic. Come
Fred
on.
over here doing a good job stuffing that attack over here. 1 kill, but it does in fact get rid of their supportive fire. That's really good. Now that was 4 people that they just lost. They traded out how many independent forces? 2, I believe.
Norris
3?
going next to Misu. Shrapnel hitting him in the leg there. Nice little injury. Norris making the move in now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at Norris. Oh, really good shot. Does find one.
Taking someone out. Nice. Norris. I'm only worried he's gonna get hit by Bravo. One if he tries to flank. Take out
Oh.
window. What a shot.
Playing this extremely well.
Norris. 3 kills. Bloodthirsty in the building here. Looks like he's gonna be looking for his 4th and Gazak if he can find him inside. Some CQC action gonna be breaking down a second. Gazak taking a pretty filthy angle there. Norris.
And Norris has to be careful here. Taking these corners carefully. Does run out. They barely don't encounter each other. Find Eric. Oh, I think Eric was actually just taken out on the outside. Norris doesn't find.
It's just Gazak left and northern side. Norris.
That's...
Norris, they're gonna see each other.
Oh, there they are. Barrel to barrel.
Norris picking up his 4th kill. I think he actually has 5, but it's not counting it because of vanilla tracking. I remember he threw a grenade and knocks unconscious. They might bled out from it.
Wow, okay. Norris coming in clutch here at the end, clearing out the rest of this position.
Up. Now all they need is Bravo 1's comm engineer to end this objective, and they can move on.
Now that's 9 blue for it. The blue 4 does actually make this push happen. Some very, very clutch gunfighting in close quarters really secures this position. Now Independent only have 1 place left. They got the other defense that they have to worry about. All last man wiped out for the Independent in the northern objective.
Coming up on 15 minutes remaining, I believe.
Yeah, this will be slow transition.
We're half an hour in. They got 15 minutes. That's more than enough time to head back south. It's gonna be a quick, hard push at the south, though. I gotta say. It seems like Independent having put all their forces into a little powwow, I think, around the fob, and they're gonna put garrison it and control from there. Got the dead bodies. The dead bodies that line these hills.
Yeah, it's a big old battleground that happened over here. It's impressive that the situation at the southern base was not resolved first, even though that's where the most of the fighting was. It seems like they took their attack.
Oh no, Levi, I think sees the crossing blue 4 swimming.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about these 2 Independent hiding up here.
They can definitely even the scales even more so if they're smart about this. Otherwise, I think if this objective is capped, they're gonna have to just pull back to the south. They've got to make their presence known. Is a failed artillery piece. Never heard of one of those.
Failed.
A failed artillery.
A failed artillery.
Sounds like a posh dish.
Yeah, you're putting the British accent in the in text. That's kind of almost how you do it.
Field artillery.
Failed artillery. Artillery.
You got any howitzers, yeah? Got any 105s?
Levi, I think, does see something. Does get up for a slightly better shot. Is scanning around the area. I think does see movement of the blue 4 forces. Fred not looking terribly camouflaged with that big old blue mask on. That does stick out a little bit there. As these 2 take a look, sees what damage they can do to all the recon. Oh!
I think it was on a timer. No, that must have been a mine. That must be one of the new mines. Oh my god. Taking out all 3 of them.
There's a lot of bodies right next to that.
Someone is definitely giggling like crazy in death chat.
Oh!
Another one going out, taking out Flood, knocking down the building. exposing the cache.
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that? What kind of explosives are these?
These are lethal explosives. That's what those are.
Said mine's not portable natural charges that blow up. That's even better than demo blocks.
Yeah, that was impressive. It looks like the equivalent of one. That is a holy hand grenade just sitting on the ground if you're not careful enough.
It's bigger. I think it's bigger.
It certainly looked big enough. Wow. Taken out. I think we have to watch for those mines now. I'm trying to scan and see if I can see any more, but I couldn't see them in the first place, so those are well hidden.
Usually as a spectator you can see the mines, but I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I need to put on tracers too late when the traps have been set, but usually you can see them with the red X.
My tracer's on at the beginning, but I'm not seeing any.
That's so weird. That's even more terrifying.
Yeah.
I can see it coming. It is now definitely up for Blue 4. Having only 4 people remaining, I think that is.
Yeah, I think that's that puts the last nail in the coffin for Blue 4. Incredible minds. Wow.
Oh yeah. Blue 4 really would have to make some magic happen to win this now.
Trying to figure out how those were set off. If those were either remote detonated, if those were
I think they must have been timers. They must have been timed that.
That'd be impressive timing.
I don't think they even have the
You do have the independent spotting.
combat engineer to blow up that cache. They need AT stick.
I think you can put enough bullets into them that they go down.
But that's like 4 magazines worth. So if we're gonna stand there and mag dump it, that's a lot of the ammo gone. Fred and Leo are taking accurate fire from the marksman now. This is coming down to the... I mean, I feel like Blue 4 should have won, but it was a tactical blunder they made early. They didn't cover their rear.
Yeah, 100%. They didn't have that 360 coverage.
65 people now being dead in Spectator.
Yeah, this isn't... You're not playing against AI here. You're playing against players who will try and get on your flanks and really drive that home. All that damage that they can do. I'm not sure what the Blue 4 is doing. They're kind of getting together, talking, and seeing what their plan is right now.
It's probably best they do. So if they can put together a cohesive plan, then they could turn this game around maybe.
Yeah, these two are talking. Oh, shit's in the air. Oh, do they potentially see independent from the other direction?
They might do.
They might have actually spotted that.
Yeah, Armor Jesus and who is this? Novix coming in there from the south.
I wonder now if there's any explosives hidden at the main base.
Oh, you think they put more demo traps in the south?
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not sure if they put all their eggs in the baskets over here just to slow them down and cause damage.
Defender going unconscious, Bond getting sniped as well. Looking like he's going down in a second.
Is independent finding the exact right angle they need.
Going for it. They cannot afford to lose any more people.
Oh, those tracers are coming on in.
Offended is only being kept alive from the spray bullets from that dead body in front of him.
Yeah, this is a weird inverted position for them. You know, the independent are attacking, but all they have to do is keep them pinned down in that house.
Auto ban has happened. Swap sides.
Yeah.
You are now defending.
Right now, it's not even near now defending. The objective for them is now just survive.
They now have 11 minutes to make something happen. Is that another deck going up by Sanctuo?
Oh.
They put it under the... They put it underneath. That's filthy. They put it in a cover position.
Oh, that's where they've probably all been hiding then. They've just been absolutely hidden.
We have it up for independent officer. Looking like he's half sunk in the ground there. Looking quite weird.
Yeah, you could...
building down.
With some of the gaps that are available underneath some of these buildings, you could absolutely make filthy things happen. More independent shots.
Now. Yeah. Novix. I think Novix is really pushed up, so is Armor Jesus. Armor Jesus taking some shots off at Bond. Fender needs to get dragged in and mediced up.
I'm not quite sure they had the manpower at the time, or well, really anything. With only three people up, looking quite dire.
Oh yeah. Sanctuary needs to hurry up and grab some debt and blow that thing up quickly.
We'll see if the Blue 4 can even take down this one cache. If they take down both of them and win the game, I'd be surprised, especially with the time remaining.
Oh yeah, AT going out, hitting the building.
Oh, shrapnel coming through the building from the inside.
If it's a static building, then it can't be destroyed. Unless if it does, then it takes a lot of bullets. Bond and Adwan scattering now.
Adwan getting some decent shots, but nothing accurate.
I think it is going to be a slow drag out of the clock.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if they can win this fight somehow, if they can take the objective, maybe pick off 2 people and escape, they can definitely make something happen.
Bond getting
Bond is
crossfired.
Headshot, knocking him unconscious. Looks like he's going to be finishing him off now. He's not going to be waking back up. Too many injuries.
Yeah, Independent pull off a crossfire that they just can't get out of.
There's now Sanctuary and Advan. Advan, I believe in you, man. You've got this. Time for the big plays. After who was it? Who was the private who killed so many people? Norris. After Norris went down, I feel like it was all over.
I'm sorry. Hey, Explode. Good to see you. Oh, we're doing good today. How are you doing? Adwan. Finally taken down, trying to get out of that position.
And an unconscious offended. Offended, if you want to wake up from a coma anytime, now's the time.
Sanctuary finding the cache. Potentially just looking for cover?
I think he's just looking for a nice place to shoot it from, or if there's any enemies nearby. So he must be thinking someone's been setting off the debt.
Yeah.
Clearing the place out.
Finding a nice little cubby hole. Oh, never mind.
He is completely surrounded, having been spotted. Sanctuary, take the objective with your dying breath.
Sanctuary, come finish the mission. You're the last one alive.
Yeah, take out the cash. Do your country proud.
Hey, good to hear. I'm glad you finished work. Hopefully you have a nice weekend planned ahead. Well, last one alive, currently surrounded on all sides.
Look south, you'll see an Armor Jesus swimming, man. He is
A lot of AR fire coming on in.
I love the ricochet rounds as well. I hear an engine. Alpha 2 bringing the rest of who's left. I think they know it's the last Blue 4.
Oh, Sanctuary taken down.
30 seconds before it's called if he wakes up. But it looks like a double tap is coming in from Novix.
Alex, Armor Jesus converging both of them.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him now.
Alright, GG.
There it goes. Offended. I think they start a 30-second clock just in case for offended anyway, but they might call it.
Yeah, Offended's been around, or actually down for quite a while, so highly unlikely Offended gets back up now.
Poor guy's probably thinking, come on guys, can't wait to be verdict. Can't wait to get back up in this fight. Just hit the mission end screen.
Yeah, Armor Jesus is doing a great job once again with 11 hacking kills. Oh my god, look at that. 11 kills on Armor Jesus.
Because he was in that fort, killing all the Blue 4 attackers, so it wouldn't surprise me. Independent now firing at each other just for shits and giggles.
Alright, yeah, I think that,
Round.
yeah, very, very great round. I think that what we're talking about, just kind of a man skill gap, I think that we saw at the beginning might have been the decisive advantage that they needed. As well as handling the attack incredibly well. The Independent coming down from the second objective. Yeah, this is.
Can you imagine a Prairie Fire FNF? True
I think that would be a lot of fun.
Versus Americans. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be. I think that would be amazing. Get a true vanilla Prairie Fire shenanigans going on. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, this is Arma 3. This is a multiplayer. This is Friday Night Fight.
Entire Scotland. I think it's our first.
Happens. Friday Night Fight happens every Friday, so every week at noon for Pacific time for the EU, and then a couple hours later for the NA Friday Night Fight.
Oh.
And yeah, this is.
He planted the demo blocks, and that's what he was looking for.
Oh.
Fred was the one who planted the debt and blew him up.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was just incredibly well timed. I was like.
So did I.
Yeah. Oh, I thought the timer was like. I thought it was like way too good for a timer. So this was Fred just calling it out and hitting it out at the right time. Really, really good job by that. Yeah, so sorry about that. This is 120 up to 120 people playing in a PvP situation here, and anyone can join. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time. Friday Night Fight is just it's just a multiplayer force on force type of thing. Rounds of 45 minutes. There's 3 rounds, and throughout the entire thing, it's just it's a lot of chaos. It's kind of fun having 2 large forces of players fight each other in these defense, offense, neutrals, whatever it happens to be. So yeah, I mean, compared to the last round, just Fred being VIP.
It's insane.
Those...
I wonder if they uploaded the AAR.
All right, let's see. So this next one is going to be an uplink. 3 terminals, blue 4 advantage, defenders op 4. With 1 AH6, 1 UH60. Wait, isn't an AH6 a Isn't that an Apache?
Maybe.
Why would you have it? Apache seems really strong in Friday Night Fight. GMB Humvee. Humvees, MM 117.
Which one was server 1 and which one was server 2? I'm putting up the AR now. Oh, this. Let me swap screen. I'm gonna put display capture on. Here we go. This is the AAR from minute 1.
All right. Where is it?
And now it's like I said, you like a sec. There you go. It's the top Kajari one. So breaking down what happened here, if we skip forward to where the attack took place from Blue 4.
Oh wow, you can get breakdowns. This is really cool. This is really neat. All right, heck yeah, we can talk about this game afterwards now.
Yeah, so here we see at the they've dropped off X already. I'm at 21 minutes. So if we see the Blue 4 coming up on the south, they had this perfect pincer attack going on with X also in the south there. And as we saw the shenanigans of the vehicles, which didn't pay off, unfortunately. It would have been funny to see the platoon come back to their car's been vandalized.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
You can see like they destroyed the first objective. They only took like 2 casualties for Blue 4. It was only when the flanking attack came from Independent did stuff start to fall apart. Because definitely in the confusion of it all, when you're turning around to shoot the people shooting you in the back, the people in front of you are now going to be shooting you in the back. So definitely caught a crossfire. Especially with Riccardi, they're getting a goblin and hit and stand.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a big thing right there.
Yeah, just do you want to do like some sort of Discord stream we can like sync this up or something?
We could do.
Yeah.
I'll jump in FNF General Room 1.
All right.
Can my PC stream 3 things?
Hopefully.
Here we go.
All right, let's pop that out. Perfect.
So here we go. We are seeing Blue 4 having had their firefight in the north, they've won it, but they're
Mhm.
taking a lot of casualties in the south. I think the real blunder was not redeploying the southern attack here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Instead, they went for a rush, and it got them kills, but it also got them killed.
okay, so that's how the all the southern forces got killed. I was like wondering, they had a really good crossfire position. I just didn't realize how they all died. Yeah, apparently they're the ones in the rush.
They were rushed. They had the advantages in the bottom left, who's left.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just see it drop. It's now like 50-50. And it's probably not the best to have 50-50 on attack defense. Now, if
No.
we go to the north, though, because the south was pretty much... It's going to lob you back.
Yeah, we're a little bit in mosaic mode,
South
but
is done and dusted. But in the north, you can see where they made it. Blue 4 had this habit throughout the game of making big plays,
Mhm.
like getting a real good start and then just fizzling out the end.
yeah, Independent had some very, very clutch moments with Fred on the det, for example. I think it was just really good planning ahead that saved Independent.
Oh yeah.
Because all they had to do was watch then, with only so few Blue 4 there. I want to see this point. Oh my gosh, I want to see this det. I totally missed it.
Just say in the chat as well who did it.
Oh wow, okay, so yeah, a bunch of them swam over even. Bunch of them get together.
Oh, yeah.
That was a 4-person det.
Fred 1, 2, 3, 4.
The first one was a 4-person, and I probably got the 5th det.
5 kills.
Wow.
Fred wiped out an entire squad.
That's impressive.
As you can see, Novix and RMGs now coming in from the flank on the south there.
I'm not sure if Blue 4 had the game at that point, but Fred definitely put the final nail in the coffin there.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was room to maybe come back, but the moment that det went off, killing the majority, it was just game's done. Then the obviously Bond getting picked off. It's in the final minutes of the game. Poor Sanctuo, man. The last one left on that tiny island, surrounded by a perfect 360 of Levi, Fred, Novix, Flux, and Armor Jesus.
Yeah, they just came in from every side, and Sanctuo just kind of running around like a chicken, just like, oh crap.
Ferrari B tied up as well, making it worse. And there we go. Yep, Sanctuary is now dead. That was game. So let's put it back to about here where this first attack happened. There's the X-ray behind them. You can already see these guys heading down south, being repositioned from that fob. Around about here, Blue 4 has, first of all, they have the high ground, they have the crossfire, and they have the advantage in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So what they should have been looking to do is start moving the southern four, maybe along here, along this kind of flank,
Right.
just to sort of get them repositioned and start creeping up forward as they get a better cross angle. Because right now they're only really being attacked from the south if you're independent. You want to be able to like spread the battle line.
Yeah, you want to spread the pain among as big flanks as you can here.
Especially if X-ray, instead of being deployed all the way up here, had actually been deployed maybe around the north of this objective.
I mean,
landing with the Huey.
X-ray could have been where the southern forces are right now, and they would have been perfect there too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, they could have been in like you could put them pretty much literally anywhere along the forest tree line of that clearing, and they would have been more effective than what they were in this game.
As you can see, X-ray got dropped off, not really that far away from spawn. It might have been worth them taking the Razor rather than the Huey. Yeah, this was the tipping point of the game. Whilst Blue 4 had the advantage, it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised that Blue 4 wasn't able to just crush the Independent here.
Yeah.
And look at numbers. Independent are taking steady casualties. Steady casualties. Steady casualties. Like, they just gone down quite a few forces in the last, few minutes here.
Yeah, the difference is about 10, a little bit more. Maybe I think it's about 15.
Yeah, it's a 15. Yeah, man advantage.
So, you can see if we watch the Blue 4 counter, they go for absolutely stomping Independent. So the moment this team comes up on the rear of them, and then their numbers 43, 42, 41, it just starts dropping down. This is all like 40, 39, 38, 37. Like, it's just ticking down like it's Oh my god, 35. It just keeps dropping because they got flanked, and the moment that flank happened, it just left them too exposed and too open.
Yeah.
It didn't help as well with the south, as I said earlier. Instead of repositioning, they decided to rush it. If they danced the M2 around this open space, maybe they could have had room, because if you pin down the defenders, you could get a truck up. Instead, they drove into the objective, which was definitely the nail in the coffin for them as well, because the crossfires now, it went from, say, only the northern flank being able to shoot at you, to now everyone inside the base could fire at you.
Yeah.
It's not good for them.
I think it was a series of blunders that just didn't work out well for them. The rush didn't work out. The flank was incredibly good at evening the numbers as well, and then Fred closing it out at the end as well with the amazing satchel charges. Really good shots. Really good plays.
All it took was 7 minutes. 7 minutes for it to be all over Blue 4. 7 minutes. It goes to show how crucial maneuvers can be. It may look like you're doing fine, but the moment that contact happens, if you're not in the green, then you're definitely going to be losing. That's an unfortunate turn of events of Blue 4. And let's take a quick look at the northern attack.
Yeah, the northern attack was it was so close to working, like a couple times. I mean, in the end, you know, Sang 2 had direct access to the cache, but just couldn't take it down.
Oh yeah, this was the 360 pincer they could have had here. I mean, they didn't have it, but the problem was Fred and Levi.
And Ben did a really good job playing this from a disadvantage point of view too. And Fred, too, staying hidden throughout this entire thing was huge. I think Fred did get a kill or two on the last two commanders, staying behind.
What it would have taken is Valenti and Bedekovic. If one of them killed Fred, then they could have won the game.
It would give them the potential, yeah, for sure.
Because that would have been this entire squad down to the south wouldn't have been wiped out by the satchel charges. Yeah, here we go, Norris. Just cleaning house.
Norris. Oh, literally.
Just wiped out that entire area. Such a sad way to die as well. Cleaning out entire enemy position just to be killed by a satchel charge from someone hiding in a bush 500 meters away. Such an unlucky way to die.
It's really cool in this game because there's a really good mix of individual good plays that turn it around, and then like right here with Fred or Norris in that house, like individuals made a big difference, but also tactics made a big difference with the flank in the rear, for example. So this was actually a really good FNF game. Oh, I think we're actually loading into the next game here.
I think, are we?
Oh yeah, we just loaded on into the server.
Oh man. I was gonna go grab some to eat in between rounds. I don't think I have time.
Well, we got the 15-minute startup time.
But I can't keep disappearing as you're in safe start. What kind of person I'd be? I might grab a beer though.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Nice cold beverage for my dehydrated self.